spirit in a conference. Even when you go somewhere, don't move by what you think. You need to capture the spirit. Very important. So when they were speaking, I was trying to capture the spirit behind. And I could get it very clear that this conference will be a conference of restoration. And I want to encourage each one of you to develop a certain attitude of expectation. Throughout the teachings of Jesus, is centered more on the attitude and not the action. When he talked about prayer, he did not much talk about the methods of prayer, but he brings out the attitude in prayer. When Jesus began to talk about, giving, he did not talk about how to give, what to give, but he comes back and looks at the attitude in giving. When Jesus began to talk about the issues of listening to the word of God, he did not talk about the preacher, what he preaches, but he talks about the sower, and he begins to lay down the attitude of people that were receiving the word of God. So in the old covenant, action was more than attitude. You can commit adultery. If nobody catches you, nobody stones you. You can kill a person under the old covenant. If nobody finds you killing, you are a free man. But when you are caught in action, you are in trouble. Now when Jesus came, he changed the old phenomenon that action is not important. What matters is attitude. That's why he says, even when just look in your attitude, if you think like you are committing adultery, you have already committed. Why? Because under grace, it is not the action that matters, but the attitude. That's why I want to let you know. I don't know you came here, but you must come with an attitude that you're gonna go out blessed here. I don't know who invited you here, but you must go back with an attitude. As these mighty women of God are bring out the way, I want you to develop a certain attitude. When it's time to pray with a certain attitude. Now I understand what Job is talking about. Because Job is not talking about the pouring of the water. Because of the pouring of the water is the action. That action does not matter. But the scent of water is an attitude. Need to smell it. You don't need to see the hand. You need to smell it. If you can smell it, you got it. You don't need to see the revival, but if you begin to smell the revival, because the smell is when it is not near you, it can be far. Oh, I don't need to touch it. Because touching, you must be closer. To be near the kitchen. I don't need to be in the kitchen. I can be the